What's good, everybody? This is Robo from All Bark, back with another video. Today on the channel, we'll be going over Day 5 of the NBA Summer League in Vegas. As you can probably tell, I've been doing this daily, and I'll continue to do it daily for the rest of Summer League, so stay tuned for more daily videos if it interests you. With that being said, though, let's go ahead and get into the first game. The first game of the night featured the Brooklyn Nets and Milwaukee Bucks, with the Nets picking up the dub 92-71. David Duke was the player of the game with a 24.8 rebound performance, making the most of his 24 minutes. Jalen Wilson was really good for the Nets on both ends in this game, piling up the stat sheet with 14 points, 8 boards, 5 assists, and 3 stocks. I think the Nets really got a steal in him, going so late in the second round. He's a prototypical winning player off the bench I think a lot of teams are going to look for in this league. Noah Clowney had his best game in the Summer League so far, despite only scoring 6 points, but his usage was fairly low with just 3 shots. He secured 6 boards and picked up 3 steals in the night and snatched a block as well. Armani Brooks continued his solid play, going for 13 points and 3 assists, and Kennedy Chandler did the same at a higher level, going for an efficient 17 and 7 on the night. The Bucks got absolutely nothing out of Marjon Beauchamp in this game, as he had 4 turnovers, the same number as his points, rebounds, and assists combined. He also went 0 for 5 from the field as well in this game. Andre Jackson wasn't on his best game tonight either, turning over the rock 4 times, as well as finishing with just 5 points and 7 rebounds. Chris Livingston played pretty well in this game, however, dropping 9 points, 5 boards, and 3 assists on the night. Lindell Wigginton had a rough night as well, going just 4 for 10 and turning it over 5 times on the offensive end. Overall, just not a great game from the Bucks at all, and you can see why they got blown out with these stat lines.
You know about JMU. That's how good they can be if they have everyone available and healthy.
For Noah Clowney, 21st overall. And, Corey, we did a Utah game.
Yes, it was. He never even got it into the shooting pocket.
Brooks all the way, and I think it's sold out for the first 3 months or so of concerts. Jackson way up.
But you got to recognize how elite of a defender he has to be. And again, playing alongside the best player in the NBA.
David Duke Jr.
Would have been my answer, but it was the best one.
What kind of ride would you buy?
It's got out to an easy layup, unable to finish it, though. Kind of caught a flat top. Now a 19-point lead.
Another takeaway, David Duke Jr.
On the floor for the Nets. 13 points, which of course they need in Dallas.
3 points. Here comes the rookie out of UConn. Extra feed to the corner and win it. 3 years ago, was it Jalen? Was now playing with the Warriors Summer League team.
So since you failed so miserably on that, I'll give you another trivia question. Who was the high
Question for the Magic.
Uh-oh.
There's a steal from Chris Livingston. Look out. Stuffs it with 2 hands.
Remember, instant offense doesn't matter how long he's been sitting on the bench.
Sprays it out. Allen Griffin. Duke against Griffin. What a finish.
Good job elsewhere. And again, that's one of the things about this brother.
The next game in the Tuesday slate was between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Houston Rockets, and unfortunately both teams sat everyone besides their first-round picks, and neither really impressed that much in this game compared to their previous ones. The Rockets picked up the win 105-92 thanks to a monster game from Trevor Hudgens, who scored 26 points and dished out 7 assists. Matthew Mayer was absolutely on fire from the floor off the bench, scoring 19 points and securing 10 boards in the contest, and looked pretty solid defensively as well, swatting 2 blocks. For Cam Whitmore, I thought he looked extremely strong and athletic in this game, but the shot selection and decision-making just isn't there yet, which really overshadowed his positives in this game. He finished the night with 16 points, 8 boards, and 3 steals, but also 6 turnovers, and like I said, some poor shot selection that led to a 1-for-8 night from deep. Lastly for the Rockets, Jermaine Samuels got to the line a ton in this game, finishing with 19 points and 4 assists, thanks to a pretty efficient night. For the Thunder, I thought Keontae Johnson looked the best in this game, finishing with 19 points and 5 boards on a really efficient 9 for 14 shooting in just 21 minutes of action. KJ Williams played really well for the Thunder, getting the start in this one, finishing with a double-double, putting up 19 points and 13 boards. Jaden Shackelford put up a ton of shots in this one despite a rough shooting night, going 6 for 19 for his 16 points. Lastly for the Thunder, rookie Cason Wallace came back down to earth after that lightning performance in his first game, shooting just 2 for 12 in this one and turning the ball over 5 times on the night.
Williams inside, work. Hudgens. Ramsey to the hole. A lot of Rockets out of the gate on defense. Thunder getting to the cup now. Shackelford back to. Oh, the quick hands.
Cookies, what you gonna do with it?
Hinton. Oh, 200,000 and semifinal teams 100,000. What do you make as wallet for it on a cut? Williams. Okay.
Year and have all these draft picks. You can't have 10 first-round draft picks.
Williams, and that's And he turns it over.
Yeah, the extra dribbles.
McConnell. And as you mentioned, 3D, he got hot. He's been cold out the shot. Samuels to the left, it over. Hinton, a hawk on defense. Hinton on a fast break. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Wallace, the nice feed with a size advantage. Can't take advantage at first. Shackelford to his offhand. Hudgens.
Boy, 8-footer.
Hudgens drops the defender and pops.
Man's proven he's going to be that guy now.
Who's impressed you the most?
The third game of the night saw the New Orleans Pelicans take down the Phoenix Suns 82-73 behind a strong game from Tavion Jones off the bench as he put in 16 points on a 5 for 8 shooting performance. Dyson Daniels flirted with a double-double while playing really great defense in this game as he paired a 3-block night with 10 points and 8 boards. Darion Sebron again looked good with 12 and 7 on the night, and it was the complete opposite for lottery rookie Jordan Hawkins, shooting just 1 for 12 on the night with 6 turnovers compared to his 7 points. A game he definitely wants to forget, as a shooter with as much rhythm as he has just needs to move on and get ready for the next one. Rookie Landers Nolley got the start for the Pelicans tonight, but he shot just 1 for 5 from the floor in 20 minutes. For the Suns, Tamani Kamara did not play in this game, and his presence was definitely missed as only one starter scored in double figures, which was Grant Sherfield, who finished with 11 points, 5 dimes, but he did have 6 turnovers as well on the night. Hunter Hale was the one keeping the Suns remotely in this game, as he dropped 21 points on 6 made threes off the bench for Phoenix. Gabe Brown had a night to forget, going 2 for 13 from the floor for just 6 points across 25 minutes. And lastly, Trey Jamison looked pretty solid, nearly grabbing a double-double with 9 points and 11 boards.
Sherfield probes, comes out the other side, and
Teach him to shoot like that.
played in the G League last year. Jones, now 1 for 7.
Yeah, and 1 for 4 from downtown.
All things in the valley. The nice takeaway, Sebron, and from Frank Vogel earlier for the Phoenix side, and another.
Makovich doing a really good job.
Nice handoff, aforementioned.
CJ played really well and played all you would love to have a Willie with the healthy roster to see what he's capable of doing.
Suns, again, they're within a ball. Brown missed on the jam. Hale trying to tie it up, and he does. Hale unattended. Got Zealand Basketball League 3 years ago. Usher. Gets lost behind.
Commitment, the Global Academy in Australia. We've got one in Mexico. They to Dallas, and Mojave King the 5th. So 5
As we start out the fourth quarter, the Pels up 5, and just a terrific coming out of the gates quickly here in the fourth. They are on the brink of their. Hunter Hale's back out there for the Suns as well. German after the nice with the push. German swatted.
Bryson.
And then the leak the other way to Sebron.
2017, played for the Clippers, New Orleans, the Rockets, Clippers again.
Yeah, both sides have had double-digit runs. Hunter Hale yesterday.
30 points a game, and then they shut him down.
Blazers Hornets provided the best game of the night in my opinion, as it was back and forth with some super exciting action down the stretch, and we finally saw Brandon Miller at his best, as well as an elite fourth quarter from Nick Smith, despite the Hornets dropping this one, to remain winless in the Summer League. The final score ended in the Blazers' favor, 97-93. Portland was led by Shaedon Sharpe's huge second half, finishing with 26 points, including the game-closing 3, and some late free throws to seal the win. Chris Murray had a really nice bounce-back game, going 7 for 12 from the floor, including 4 triples for his 19.7 rebound night. Jabari Walker had another standout performance, as he looked pretty solid defensively this summer, and he finished at the rim well, scoring 10 points and blocking 2 shots in this game. Michael DeVoe turned in another good performance, going for 12 points and 7 assists in the win, and Duop Reith was really good off the bench, putting up 12 points, 9 boards, and a pair of blocks. For the Charlotte Hornets, it was the Nick Smith and Brandon Miller breakout games, as they combined for 59 points on the night, with 33 coming from Nick Smith, who was an absolute torch in the fourth quarter. His mid-range game looked absolutely incredible, and he got to his spots whenever he wanted off the dribble in this game. Brandon Miller finished with 26 points, 6 boards, 2 assists, and 2 blocks in the night, and a really efficient outing where he looked his best so far this summer. Kai Jones used his athleticism to his advantage, finishing plays at a high level with 13 points and 3 blocks in the night. Another rough game from both James Bouknight and Bryce McGowens. As the summer continues, it looks more and more like the younger guards may pass these guys up sooner rather than later. Lastly, for the Hornets, I gotta talk about James Najee. Not a ton of time or usage in this one, but man did he look physical. He grabbed some really impressive rebounds in this one and played some great paint defense on the night. There's a real chance the Hornets give him some run at some point this season.
Let's find that right pick. Oh my goodness! Leading the break out to Jones. Hammer time.
Wembanyama. I was hoping to get you Wembanyama on that one, but that was just trying to figure it out on the fly. Game 2, he seemed a lot more comfortable.
Short. Another opportunity though. Miller steps it back and right where that 3 minutes. That's knocked away by McGowens. McGowens left all alone. Showtime has now been erased and totally wiped away. Here's Sharp. Sharp. Oh!
In the mid pick and roll and see what else he's got.
Yeah, talk about momentum. Sharp trying to give it. Chris Murray with ring. Oh, look at that.
Is this the same ring? Yeah, same ring as yesterday.
Being the next face.
Oh, wow, what a steal.
Look at this, though. Kai Jones taking it all away.
Ooh.
Now we're seeing something here in the final.
Definitely. We are seeing some big-time basketball being played now.
Ooh, in and out. Wow.
Hold up. Brandon Miller's got to cut off the top right there. Oh, my.
Smith Jr.
He wants the ISO.
Smith Jr. crossover. Smith with the spin move.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my. Left for Portland. And the Trailblazers have one foul to give.
The Chicago Bulls and Sacramento Kings provided another exciting game on Tuesday with a tight battle ending in a final score of 107-99 in favor of the Chicago Bulls. Chicago was led by, once again, Javon Freeman-Liberty putting up another unreal summer performance, this time around with 28 points and 6 assists. Julian Phillips looked really good in this game, going for 16 points on just 8 attempts in 22 minutes of action. Adama Sanogo got the start at center and shined just like his NCAA tournament performances, putting up 15 points, 9 boards, and 2 blocks across only 22 minutes as well. Dalen Terry has not looked nearly as effective as I thought he may be this summer, with his point total matching his turnover total tonight at 4. However, he did do some dirty work, grabbed 7 boards, 5 assists, and 2 blocks. Nate Darling was excellent from the perimeter in this game, hitting 4 threes for a 16-point night, and the same goes for Henry Drell, who had 3 threes off the bench for Chicago. Jordan Ford shined in the loss for the Kings, scoring 25 points and dishing 8 assists, and just a great effort. Keon Ellis had a really strong game, putting up 4 stocks on the defensive side of the ball, as well as a 19 points on 9 attempts offensively. Mike Daum was really good off the bench, going 7 for 12 from the floor, including 5 made threes for 22 points on the night. Unfortunately, Colby Jones couldn't get the jumper going in this one, but he still looked strong to me, finishing with 7 assists on the night.
Minutes every night.
Freeman-Liberty telegraphed and intercepted. Freeman-Liberty. Nice dish, Terry! Can get all the way down to a coin flip if they did.
Yep.
Ellis. The lob inside. So no.
Coach Laps is learning through this process as well without Murray.
Ellis. Nice fake. Gets to the rim. Drives the dish. Phillips, weak side, goes up to get it. Ellis.
Door.
Dom. Got it. Ford will pull up and hit. Freeman-Liberty. 0 for 3 on the possession. Ford, floater, fouled. Jordan Ford, 25 to lead the way for the... Jonte's a guy who's similar to his sibling.
54 pick. Already has himself a 2-way contract.
Darling. Open look from the corner. Phillips. Terry skips. Darling. Good reposition. Boy, they're going to love that effort. Freeman-Liberty gets the turnover and the jam. And finally,
17 games for the Windy City Bulls. Dos Santos.
16 triples now for the Bulls. Daum will try and respond. Got it. Throwing traps and doubles out top now. Tough shot.
The final game was between the Wizards and Spurs, and yet another good one, with the Spurs taking the win with a final score of 96-85. Malachi Branham bounced back in great fashion, dropping a game-high 29 points on some elite efficiency of 60% from the floor, including 5 or 6 from deep. It was another really good game out of Dominic Barlow as well, dropping 20 and 7 for the Spurs, with Victor Wembanyama sitting out of this one. And Julian Champagnie delivered a triple-double watch level performance, going for 18, 8, and 7. However, he didn't shoot the ball as well as he'd like to in this one. Sidy Cissoko went 0 for 5 from the floor as he reverted back to the struggling offense he's been having this summer. But yet again, I think he did a fine job defensively in this one. The offense is really going to be something the Spurs are going to have to develop over some time. Blake Wesley was off his game tonight offensively, going just 5 for 16, but he still managed a fair 14-point night. For the Wizards, they really struggled shooting-wise in this one, going 5 for 28 from deep and shot just 38% from the game. Johnny Davis had his moments in this one, but he just could not convert at all, going 4 for 15 from the floor for only a 12-point night. Ryan Rollins shot the ball poorly as well, scoring 13 points on a 6 for 17 clip, but I thought his defense was pretty solid on the bright side of things. Xavier Cooks was definitely the best performer of the night for Washington, with 10 boards and 3 blocks, as well as a 16-point performance, putting up a double-double. Bilal Coulibaly continues to improve each game as he was phenomenal defensively, picked up 3 blocks and 2 steals in the night, and he showed some solid playmaking flashes in this one, picking up 4 assists as well as 10 points. Tristan Vukcevic didn't get a ton of run, just 20 minutes for the game, but he finished with 9 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, and a pair of blocks in this one. Lastly, it was a real struggle from the floor for Patrick Baldwin, going just 1 of 8, but I thought he did some things well, moving the ball throughout the game in this one. Overall, just a poor shooting night from the Wizards, but I thought there were some positive takeaway from their young core.
For how much?
Just wanted to see.
Then that was a. Actually, you know what? No. Oh, wow. Actually, I actually was number 3 my rookie year, and my number, and I ended up selling. Actually, no, I'm tripping. I said 30. It was 50.
Johnny Davis away. Ryan Rollins flying with the rejection. Davis with the finish.
4 years, 12 million.
4 years, 12 million. How about that? Van Vliet with that. Milner. Oh, looks it off.
Okay, there we go.
Branham sidestep. It amazes me. There's so many players of the year and various conference player of the year. It just shows you how hard it is to make this league.
Okay, now.
There's Branham looking to create his own space. Wesley picks it up. Wesley's all alone. Champagnie all the way. 11. So 4 of the 5 starters in double figures, and Cissoko is at.
Another 6-game slate that produced some solid games and performances, and Wednesday's slate is another 8-game one, so that video is going to be a bit longer than the last 2, just like 1, 2, and 3. Other than that, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.